Thank you for that. You started to talk about the Quran there as well. Can you explain that a little bit more to me, what the Quran is and why it's different from the Bible or the Torah?
So for us as Muslims, the Quran is our sacred text. And for us, it is the literal word of God, meaning that these are words that were chosen by God, spoken by God, and intended to be revealed to humanity. Now, one of the things that the Quran tells us about itself, God speaks to us in the Quran. He says, Ar-Rahman, which, as I said, is God's greatest attribute. The Lord of Mercy, Allam al-Quran. He's the one who's bringing down the knowledge of this scripture. The word Quran literally means the thing you read often and loud to gain benefit and to benefit others with. So it's something that you recite. It's the recital. Allam al-Quran. It's taught to you by God. Khalaq al-insan. He created mankind. It's almost as if God is saying to us, this Quran and its message was intact even before your creation. It wasn't accidental by circumstance that I said do this and do this based on what you did, because the knowledge of God is eternal. And therefore, for us, the Quran is a very intentional book. It has in it words of wisdom and inspiration. It has in it verses to deal with almost every parable and similitude in life. And if you were to look through the pages of the Quran about anything that you face, happiness or sorrow, sickness or health, family structures, family life, you'll find a parable in it in the Quran. And a very simple way of kind of looking at that is kind of the families that we build around us. There's husbands and wives who are happy with each other, Adam and Eve. There's husbands and wives who aren't, Noah and his wife. There's husbands and wives who the wife is a wonderful woman and her husband's a terrible man, Pharaoh and his wife. Really, really good man and a terrible, spouse, Lot and his spouse. If you want to see a single mom looking after her children, you got the example of Mary, the mother of Jesus. If you want to see the example of an adopted son, there's Pharaoh and Moses. If you want to see the example of brothers who connive and hate and have sibling rivalry over one of their own, the story of Joseph, Yusuf. If you want to see an example of a great father and son relationship, there's Abraham and his children. And if you want to see, really anything that you can envision, there's an example of it in the Quran. So the Quran seeks to fulfill three things. The first of them is to tell us about who is God, who is speaking these words. And that is a part of our understanding of that there is greater than us in this world. The reason we send out spaceships up to Mars and looking for life is we want to see, is there anything greater than us? And there is, right? So he lets you know who he is. Second is he tells you about how he wants you to live. What are some of the boundaries and universal values that have been laid down in previous scriptures? And to us, the Quran is simply an extension of the gospel, which was an extension of the Torah, which was an extension of the Suhuf of Abraham and the Psalms of David and so on and so forth. All of them are interconnected and they have this same kind of spiritual fountain as their origin. So that's the second purpose, how to live, what to do. And third, there are laws relating to our diet and what we eat and what we don't eat. And they're very similar to previous, as Muslims, we don't eat swine or pork, the flesh of swine. It's the same as what you would find in the Torah, and almost very identical kind of reasoning and context is found in both scriptures. So those kind of things, those three measures are really, really important. Who is God? What he wants from us and how he wants us to live, and what are some of the rules and regulations that he has. And you add to that the warning of what happens if you break it. And I told you who I am, and I've given you enough information to live a good life, al-haya at-tayyiba, a blessed life. Why did you choose other than it? And these are the consequences that are visited upon those who turn away from what they recognize is Allah and the path of righteousness.